Ekosiisen dwumadi no wasobuso a utie no yɛda mu nyinaa ase bio san ma mu nyinaa akwaba to yet another exciting edition of our show. Many thanks for joining us. Ekosiisen is live on Asempa 94.7 FM 15 minutes after 2 and we have a really packed show for you. We'll be in Parliament, we'll be in Cape Coast, the Central Regional Capital. Unim said the Cape Coast High Court, a matter brought before it by the NPP. Ewo Asen North constituency. And me yanko Cape Coast na yanko Cape Coast High Court. Ni yanko nkwohwe se and the High Court ni rule ye no. Eden and omode tu. Richard Kojonya akon ewa homa so. Richard, akwa aba that saying. Great. In the end, Cape Coast High Court netna ase no. Eden na APM Asen North.
Well, I think asamni yetiawa resident oye Mason ewo Asen Beku Asen North constituency. But asamni Kodan court said Abra Uraja Ekosiisen all filing a nomination with the Electoral Commission between 5th and 9th October. No, so that time now on renouncing the citizenship with Canada. So at the time of filing, no. Now okuta two citizenship, the Ghanaian and the Canadian citizenship, which goes contrary to Article 94 and then the CI 127. And so, almost the capacity, almost challenges, say, only capacity, say, so a challenging case, as some of our court, judge say the applicant has demonstrated sufficient capacity, say, so yeah, some of our court. Producing the voters ID card to show say in fact free assembly not constituency he is affected by whatever happens in that particular constituency or a voter into that assembly to change. But the merit or the and said George Ekosiisen and for papa so and now the filing nomination because at the time of filing nomination no qualified. In fact about court almost the certificate of renunciation there a date 26th November. That is post time we file the nomination in the until this matter came up said Article 94 now I am ambiguous. Yet to me who say condition subsequent is a condition precedent. Say the Pacono any renunciation certificate now sana while filing for electoral commission and I say at the time his MP letter and also Beko Parliament and sana you who win. But Judge said Justice what said, it is not ambiguous at all. Now, some no obey me because we said once there is a constitutional matter involved, they should have stayed and then refer the matter to the Supreme Court. But Judge said this is not a matter that merited a staying of the case and referring it to the Supreme Court. So we say because of the merit of the application, the strength of the merit of the application, you risk any Asen North Member of Parliament elect George Ekosiisen from holding himself as such. But because the petition contains some serious allegations in it will require full trial. So temporarily, the Member of Parliament for Asen North has been restrained and the case is set for full trial. And now the man cannot hold himself as such. It means that he cannot be sworn in tomorrow. Lawyer for the petitioner, Gary Nimakokasa, or church, in fact, the court has vindicated their position. Say, Papa na Papa so, not the filing the nomination here. She say, and they see what has about the share court has here. Omama Boko, Jan, Mupia, Simba, Kunia, not to know they are not really happy with the decision that has been taken by the court. In fact, Obi and Kasa. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm
Father Casford Richard upon the PRO for guaranteed of NDC. It's sad. It's sad. It seems we are in Banana Republic. And if today Ghana is a Banana Republic, I think we need to come clear.
And you say that Ghana is a Banana Republic because you were in court, you heard what the judge said. He listened to both arguments and then he gave a decision.
Same election. And other issues are rising out of this election. We went to Techiman's house. The ruling that came from that court that the constituents ought to have representatives in parliament. And so the court cannot uphold the injunction that was placed on that election. Fast forward, you go to Hohoe. The same court, Ghanaian court, says that the people of Hohoe ought to get representatives and ought to be represented in the parliament. And so the court cannot uphold the injunction.
This one is a temporary measure. The main case has been set out for hearing.
There is manipulation, clear manipulation.
Why do you say so? Because you should have a basis to say
clear manipulation to give the corrupt mother serpent Akufo-Addo a majority in parliament. That is very sad.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So, Obi, what is happening on more aggrieved supporters or move free assembly couldn't be and commotion. Both Bonabuchin Kuaha, or more book with Johnny, and I can count up to like 100 people or more at the precincts of the quarter. Or one of the in the crowd say, Side decision we are Banasana, or would be a representation in parliament. But Judge said, because the allegations contained in the petition are seriously, it warrants a full trial. So, as a temporary measure, or granted the interim relief sought by
the applicants. And I'm in the application for injunction, no, where interlocutory in Tibia 10 days, and I say, it's a saying,
Judge, you know, a temporary relief.
Okay.
So now they will set up a schedule for the full trial, because the people obviously have not been denied a representation. They still have their representation in the Ekosiisen, but he cannot also ship off the application filed by the applicant. Said, the MP election now for Papa so and a based on that one, young Chinese so that the case can be set up for some full trial.
Okay. What it means, let's say, injunction when would hold for the pendency of the main case.
Exactly. So until the main case is decided, this injunction, I believe, holds.
And main case, so no time here, but
exactly. She said, Omo eti omo wasi. Next, omo the main case ni she mo. Next, George Achikwe, the MP elect Nominia, then he could be sworn in Parliament to be part of the 8th session.
MP elect nankasa ene oba court obi.
In fact, since I say on Monday we moved to court. In fact, I have not spotted him in court. The lawyer Abraham Amaleba oba Monday and that's what oba. You know, munyina wo ena asem we omutie. Ena
Mason no the assembly call, you know. Ono ne lawyer ne Gary ne Macron, right?
Yes, and Frank Davis, but in there Frank Davis was not in court. Gary Macron about court.
And back court. Okay. Ma me na say bibia ne e beba ba bedi nkomo bio. Why? Enti say who si so bie wa ochena too bad. Ochena swearing in no nya de a abrantie no ebetimi aba be swear in as MP for the Asin North constituency. What it means, they say, if we are to go by the Cape Coast High Court ruling, the member of parliament elect for Asin North cannot be sworn in Parliament. And NDC numbers are 137, no? 136. The NPP will now have 137 and one independent candidate. Very, very interesting development, going into tomorrow. Ekosiisen so high Asempa 94.7 FM. It's Ghana's biggest and the most authoritative political, social, current affairs talk show. 24 minutes after 2. Mamin Kaimo say, and we'll still continue with our New Year programming, the beginning of the year right series. Free Monday in Yashasi, and Yebenya Ora Paul Mante, a managing director at the EDC Investment Limited, a member of the EcoBank Group. Now, you share financial planning for 2021 and beyond, into how to develop a financial plan for yourself and how to invest right. Na bibia to me akoye amount. And I stumbled upon a quote and pay me share on Facebook, and it says simply by a very, very deep. It says, if you don't find a way to make your money work for you while you are asleep, you would have to work when you have to be sleeping. And it was so be another stream of income. Of course, so we salaried worker and you're bad. What is bad? Necessarily, you would rely only on your salary and to open other streams of income. Say, Paul Manteba would have a very interesting discussion, a conversation you would have to listen into. Nefa Wajin Chebre, questions be aware. WhatsApp line 0546 382 287 0546 382 287 na yentio. And so we are on Facebook Live as well. Oko Facebook, I search for Asempa 94.7 FM. Like our page and watch our live streaming. Similarly on YouTube, and so bit me in live. Your channel Asempa 94.7 FM. We are live on over a dozen radio stations here in Ghana, affiliate radio stations. I mean, from Tamale to BBNE, Abuchrin, so over 123 radio stations. The Ekosiisen live, and that's why we are Ghana's biggest, undoubtedly. Media Sayable. So production team, Dominic Isiaboa, Nana Chumberema, Jackson Osei Tiamoa, Eric Opari, Bebe friend DJ Yeyu, and a Queen Star at Japan. The man behind the performance at Nasi Omanhene Kwabena Asante. Remember Kwabe, me hear some segment Bremo. It's a segment sponsored by EcoBank Ghana, the Pan-African Bank, and a 21st Century Clinic. But before that, near the sound of our time, Bremo, and also Agbeve Herbal Center and eso and saying Amponsa Efa Pharmaceuticals, producers of EFPAC tablet, and Obapa Company Limited. Yeah, we a one-on-one interview session, and also Bell Aqua, Heaven Insecticide Spray and Coil. Yeah, we Napa Food, or say or Napa no so cool. And send a discussion segment, so Franco Trading Enterprise, Bell Aqua Active, and TCL The Creative Life. Gary Namakon, a lawyer. Emma, the applicant at the Cape Coast High Court. Gary, Akwabana, Apomi there.
Apomi Yaboko,
okay. Me and the brother, what I feel, I feel and share the income.
And a credit.
Great. Afi Papa, Enko, Emra. Yeah. But is that only lawyer Frank Davis, now my counsel, Emma, applicant in the Cape Coast High Court case, me wa. Great. And then our court will be. The ruling now a free high court now a buy, you know. What does it mean, me pacho?
I'm sure for you now. Ruling there, what kind of thing? It is a ruling, no. Judge, you know, I told you what you ruling, but because what you say, the very foundation of qualification of Mr. Ekosiisen is under attack. The very foundation of his qualification to Parliament is under attack. And they say, Apano or dual citizen at the time of filing. Apano or dual citizen at the time of filing. And the filing period was 5th to the 9th of October, and the ECB nomination. So, be a Matlale. Sabreno, Nokuta, Duano, Munyemu. I'm going to documented the court, no. Watch the court, no. Certificate of organization, no. That was to say, Unyano, 26th of November, 2020. Summary, 26th of November, 2020. So, I documented, no. On one side, they buy. The Bachelor court say. And on yeah. So there was no challenge as the document that we are all fighting over. It clearly, no, what we who say at the time of filing, I'm now leave the Canadian citizenship, and therefore, when you're qualified, then mom court, we want to hear the entire case. It's in the interim there. injunction, no, a lie against him, which effectively means they cannot present himself for swearing in tonight in Parliament. And I said, he cannot hold himself as MP elect for Assin North constituency. That is effect, is the substance of the entire ruling of the High Court judge.
The other thing is this application I'm going to call High Court, was this in the form of an election petition?
Yes.
No, election petition.
Yes.
Okay. And
it was accompanied by an ex parte application for injunction.
For injunction.
Now, the fairly ex parte, and a first respondent, which is Mr. Ekosiisen, a lawyer for back court, say, aware, say, a fairly ex parte, until they should be allowed to file their response. And so the court allowed them to file their response. So the ex parte was now converted into a motion of notice. So once they filed their response to the application, and it was argued, what next year, I find and I put them who say an injunction at this stage, is proper, it is fair to ensure, at least the court cannot endorse an illegality. And to say, we will be a home qualifier, you don't come and file. I don't know what's done. The court will go into the full matter. But you see, if you look at the document we are holding, and the same document is holding now, you put it in the court and decide the case now at the same time. Because there's nothing to really look into. Because it's not denying the fact that he obtained a certificate on 26th of November 2020. And if you have maintained this point, if you commence a process, it must terminate. You can't commence a process and then in midstream, we say in terminity here, you go and do another journey. And you go and apply for visa to go to, let's say, London. Now, you have visa. Not go to the airport, say, Mamenko Abuja, London, because my apply visa. How? You must end the process. And end the process, And the argument, say, the fact of application means, the system has terminated. Now, you're in charge of the administration. I don't once I apply there, that argument falls flat in the face. It doesn't have any logic. Because you can't apply for something, then we say, I want to embark on another journey. Ghana money is very simple. We say you ought not to hold dual citizenship at any point in time. MPDR, you cannot do that. Look, the time for filing easy. ABR not activate. Ex parte Senator Ajima Rollins. That case was argued by me myself. And then Minya Tabaklo. As I say, Supreme Court can say, who be a nomination, not activation time. And therefore, the counting time between the 5th to the 9th of October, he ought to have qualified before filing. The foundation of his filing, the foundation of his whatever is all under attack.
Okay, those are matters.
Don't forget. Hold on.
Yeah.
Don't also forget, sir, on the party declaration now, they attach here, question 4 and 5. Also, what is the citizen of Ghana and Kwana? So what's the question? What do I say? Now, if at the time I was idea, I clear say you have not obtained the certificate of renunciation, you have perjured yourself. Now the criminal sanctions has now triggered in. This is a very serious matter. Let's not play with this matter at all.
My question, and maybe my final question, and more mutia, so also who the Ekosiisen Cape Coast High Court. We've got some live videos over Facebook Live. Ubehu, the president of the court, near Manfo Akobo Dompim Woho, and near the Ubehu Nina Facebook Live, Asempa 94.7 FM. But lawyer, Manfo started draw parallels between the AC and Enra Wenchi High Court on the Techiman South case. The High Court judge made the point. The people of Techiman South cannot be denied representation in Parliament.
The facts of each case are different. I will not even let you learn.
The facts are different, you mean?
The facts of each case are different. the facts of the case in the Chiman South does not border on qualification of the person who won the elections. And let me repeat again. The facts of the case in the Chiman South does not border on the qualification of the candidates who won the elections. Now, the facts of this case borders on qualification. That is the foundation. You must qualify first. You have to qualify before you fire. That is why you have a challenge with the fact that he was even allowed to fire. Okay? The nomination papers ought not to have been accepted in the first place. Okay? Mm-hmm. Because at the time, when he filed the papers, he was a dual citizen. Nothing to show, sir. At the time of filing, no obtaining certificate of renunciation. Nothing like that. And this is a document we have, the same document he himself has brought to court. You understand? The same document he has brought to court. That the certificate belongs to me. But me, the MFA say, the time for reckoning should commence from the time before elections. Hey, now, one for nomination filing. Now, if you are new to pool, then if you are new publication, no, I need a year. How would you come and contest? How would you contest? Can you just go to Parliament and get up and go and sit in Parliament as a member of Parliament? You must go through contest. And the contest is a process. It commences with the filing. And the Supreme Court has made it clear that the time commences from the time EC opens nomination. Tamaklo. The case.
Okay.
It is baby case.
Okay. Okay. Lawyer Gary Nemakomafo, ma yenase. Bibiani ebesan so about hobio. Why?
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a pan. I mean, trying to Gary Nemakomafo counsel for the applicant in the election petition case a war Cape Coast High Court from the Asin North constituency. As part of the election petition, Nankaswa High Court, they also filed an ex parte motion seeking an injunction on the MP-elect for Asin North, restraining him from holding himself up as Member of Parliament elect, and also going into Parliament to be sworn in midnight today. In the court na grant you a ex parte motion restraining the MP elect and on team Parliament and swear in. Videos are still rolling Facebook Live. Oba ube Gary Makoma for suit our Abraham Malebani NDC supporters a board on Pemo aye in Sembebre Uba Facebook ube hudie Omanhene kwabena santiatna se and then so yensaka yen presidential affairs correspondent Elton John Brobe studio aba Oman Akwaba na apomi ye there.
Well, obi de bia da me catch you say uhu me wa pe ze bibia na me kwen.
Na bibia de na kwen.
Ze me mind ya. And you have a cause to worry. And no kwano options ne doso.
Yeah.
Either say ye juma ye kwaji home.
Yes.
And as ni according to be any ho. The domestic tourism.
Yes.
Me ko Ghana need this year we baby war. You can't say
domestic tourism.
Every economy.
Yes.
Aquas Friday.
The one Val. I didn't have a ref.
Say ultimate
Safari Valley. Safari Valley. Or do come.
The domestic ne parties. If any man here ko Canada ni US ni land to atwa. The then you bad domestic. It man ko do krom die na.
Safari
Valley. Na me ko boade na e wo krom ho no.
Maha.
Ana ese ba ko di la bloom o ze die bloom. Lumoon.
And no axim.
The man ko ho a me wa kwanya se metimi di mani a kire Kintampo waterfalls.
Na ye aha for the
me boba ana opese de bia da no odi afo bo achim krom na eva me bezi metikra bobo ho no de na wo bobo ho de na wo ada de bia ye bobo ne o ma betima abo ma wadi penti ma kojo mo preocupe odi abechim domine baba sisi ase kwa usu your Rock City
Rock City the whole field
Rock City oh come on
too much
Rock City or no
too much
oh I see
800 rooms and
Rock City no
yeah in all over 2,000 rooms
and I have your problem Rock City near 2,000 and I have 16 bedroom grand no yeah you for busan
but my we in terms on Cape Coast High Court ruling as I NDC air planning to file an appeal immediately and that is the news a free Cape Coast air but NDC is planning to file an appeal immediately on that but I would also have one more hotel
no your big hotels wow No. Now what we do? Elton come hotel zeno. Edu kwesire mu so a baby akwhwe Elton edi president je to kwai mo baby akwhwe sa ndan chem no o sa amia paga honom no
ba steman kasa Germans bi wo facility bi wo ho a oh ne din here escape me o and so say bibi zen now say
but as I say obi ebo ama ye tiri tutu sa kwan o ko framantem kwa de abusu se cha e ho de nyame anim
especially adan area
yeah adan sa baby a jata free Sam George Jata, Pram, a busu
baby has some very nice
facilities. So how Esther use then Atlantic Bay in this a busu baby. It's Ghana for you brew. We are Juma do one no and Jimmy and Jibran Addo'S.
Dubai,
Addo'S. Yaw Uko Kumasia, Lake Busum area ornament. Yaw resort a who be on ma.
Even within Kumasi, rich condos.
Yeah. It is a baby, I'll bet knows Ampa. Oba bravo say ya use bet hotel money na se for no ma bobi a kire man fa ma yen bravo ka ma use bet hotel mo wo honom Mongo Park mo
Gordon Saribedi akose regards to Omanhene. I just returned from Santasi School Park. I say I will take you guys to Odan Big Tree site.
Very good.
Odan Big Tree.
You akese be wo honom na so maka wa ba. You see who je bresa na now go sightseeing, now relaxes, now do very, very important. Just a bribia dana, obey pampies. No. Sometimes just break it down.
Within Ghana,
just break it down.
Take the family
out. Wow, just a expensive takradi on. Very expensive. Red mango names.
Takradi hotels.
Very, very nice. Nice, super nice hotel. Nemo. Ube we no say would weekend Elton no say and no everybody in muko ubotoro
what the dreams you know the alcohol the alcohol
o basikano so no e say bi come body in mu
of course
because bra e say body to be
because why you when you relax body no area count
we be funny free
so ultimately relax body now chill come and Elton abedi na say we be just the president oboko there
bibi aboko
well and Ekosiisen team ye di djuma so no kese pa ye mpene tutu mpene no enti ye nkotwema obi meka ba wo hono ye onyema menu busa o menim so betimi abiem prekopedi ama dia ana so betwinje nyoma menu a apart from say ye beka nipa e be dom na ado dan Akufo-Addo na manyoku ministers are urban ye nya full list no ye nya by just 2 confirmations from your end efa chief of staff ana ba ku bi aye tete isi mbere bi ba ye practice bi ana ye sa twesa ye na me nimi say they ate no they ye be kai we mienu they ate sem they be kai de ye si sudia say 99%
correct
correct but they be kai mienu
chief of staff
ye fan say ate sem bi sa ya koye te say the sa na tie ubetimi aboa say emma mienu din na abeto for aye the bia chief of staff ne say ye ma me obosi sai ana afi ye ma me ayokobotwe
Shelley Akufo-Addo'S, current foreign affairs minister.
Ana ura honso a president wonso a and they certain say Eugene Ahene ono ne bekoso aye communications
director of communications
director ama mampin na fe ye de yenua kojo ponkroma abeka say presidential spokesperson
okay
so I say na me say o mama say confirmation say sana ono so ate ana say na yenso yenkopem entwem biem they ate three there just before about the list of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18
good
18
else when your information be because that's what we are hearing say for the chief of staff position no 2 names about up Oboshi Kofi, very, very well known, established woman in the NPP. Shelley Ayoko-Botwe, former MP, current MP, but soon to be former MP. And or your foreign affairs minister. You just want to need up as the next chief of staff.
Sahara Mizumati.
Okay.
Now the woman said Oboshi Kofi there. Christmas time, no. Na eno na yediana ejina mu pa.
Oh, okay.
Na foreign affairs minister ni dini die na hotwe na metisa ababeka ho enti Oboshi Kofi no office of Jubilee House oni madam Elizabeth Omanhene the share office wo baby a press corps no office na ben ho akra enti after Christmas na nipa ho no ani jebi wo mu se yeah, Barbie free how third floor.
Okay.
Enti
No second floor.
or no
Floors
main tall building. Third floor, honor chief of staff office or cabinet office and the other. Fourth floor near president secretariat, and I will co anima vice president. Now media on your left, and that's where media ne director of operations ne social media for and a second floor ne Omanhene. And deputy chief of staffs no also south floor no. Enti said we can no. Yedi bro nya ne mo no de na Oboshisa Akufo-Addo'S na strong power the name say baby and not say I clear ma the secretary no kwara je bi mo kwara start prepare mo say on ba be free on ba be free first floor akwa third floor and na otwi me sante foreign minister said ono so free mu na bia consideration no edu no so enti clearly no akwa contest na be between Oboshisa and foreign minister no. The reason and say it looks like cabinet minister party ebia onkobi.
Okay.
Now even before parliament ya to abani wie na resource neighbor na fe edu ba bi ne mo den no. Now the current majority leader and the minister for parliamentary affairs he had made it clear say foreign ministry ni there open in no.
Oh, okay.
As a matter of fact, I know say now negotiations via Koso approvals via Baswa was just waiting for man. And I feel there cease no akwakoye search that ababe internet a change dynamics no. As a matter of fact, the speaker of parliament a different person rather than the one we have.
Of course.
Now dynamics na se name be ama omo ye rearrangement realignment any other identity promises be a cool ni pebi ho no yasesa sada ma yisia jubadi na kwakoye e do all my man firm promise and I know that some of these names ne confirmations near
even with the speaker no the promise was to Justice Jones,
of course.
I mean, everybody knows that. But of course, because of dynamics in the internet, it had to change. Now, current speaker no would remain. And I suppose the same thing in the case of Osei Chairman.
Of course.
And what it means is, you see, I know say, Ebase Shelley, etimi a movie kosoroa. Then Foreign Affairs Ministry nababe for anybody to take.
Of course.
But the names are here.
We have the names.
And to the issue of chief of staff, I mean, these two names then are very prominent. And like I said, no. Christmas time, then only one person. And as you see,
the masses say,
decided to
the decision of the president.
Of course, and now, of
course,
we talk as if you're on Kobe.
But US in
of course,
because I think that after elections, then first next meeting, any subsequent meetings, we are course one. I say a lot of things clear in terms of the way the management and as the relationship between party and the office of the president and the link person was the chief of staff and people among for Akasabi a lot of challenges of in terms of cash flow for I know for sure say even the steering committee we decided on the leaders of parliament it wasn't easy. It was more of a give and take. The amount for you gloves now for the say baby do no for BB and CBM. And chief of staff office now has come in the picture a lot in terms of the way our MPP election and he sees some lusu and how they are even struggling to even form another government. And going forward with certain individuals about Omanhene. And also what catch on the last cabinet meeting.
I hear say last cabinet
be a personal letters. I mean, we and he said, "2 days, 2 days. I've paid my dues to you for the in fact, he made it clear the last 4 years now. What paid the dues? I'm over here. The canon. He used 2 words. I'm looking for competent and good people. No, Baby Juma for the next 4 years.
Competence and good people,
because it looks like."
Disappointed
in some
of course. I mean, there's no denying the facts. I mean, I've heard talks about the Pebinuma or trust you or more to be diligent, feed him with information. Effective good change in the idea. You realize that information turn out to be untrue. Any idea. disappointment or hope. I don't know inform the way I could in terms of appointment and ministries, being my agencies, any other. And you are likely to see a sharp drop
in terms of the number of
ministers. Any ministries
that's the next leg I come on ministries Nibia likely say be free and from the information we are having some of them will be merged and all of that. We'll put out all those information in the next moment, but information means what I told him say in account to your power brokers into your nipa bi no mo man yi mu a say wonya hint bi say omanpanyin person ode ne nsakawa utimi de dwantoa dey ekọ won ho
eno no de
ma omutimi step in and I'm hearing say we should also not be surprised if the current chief of staff is maintained because dwantoa bi ne ade bi akọ
nobody
of course I mean at this stage
no
until
onye na be man what
chief of staff
what else oh dey be
chief of staff you can say go bi
anyway obi wa ya no abre obi o ti no it's too much for me the man na metua me kama Ghana
now on the Eugene Ahende that's confirmed
of course I'm only picking from one you can say confirmed because I mean the same way after I think before Christmas talks because when your information say A B and as director of communication on your now move a step further to a deputy chief of staff. That was the information we got. Now as to whether Emma so there is another big issue. I know sir we are not just say Asensuo film. But I'm picking information that Asensu will be appointed Minister of State at the presidency. Now I play role now on the president.
He's lost the moment.
Of course, so Yamani Yako, the man 2 days ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the man 2 days ago. Yamani Yako.
Until Georgiana.
2 days ago. And he not just say, oh no, Ibia still our Minister of State at the presidency. Now, Juma on the presidency.
He's also the political affairs assistant to the president.
But deputy chief of staffs, no, we recognize Japan within. Abba move very prominently because Abu so ebe free mu na fe ya enti before Christmas no yetete say ebia director of communication Eugene here no obe free communication akọ deputy chief of staff said you have credible information said still I'll be maintaining position well then I'm not surprised there's somebody on once where you Jubilee House one so many the church come catch him say C1 number 1 a friend no I'm on fair assurance or those be barely waiting to communication director's position. These are the masses after Christmas. But I know for sure.
I think Eugene discharged his duties.
Of course,
excellent.
And he said, "Omanhene and when with the deputy chief of staff position, that should be
of course,
yes, a testament to the kind of job why he as director of communications." So Okahwa Answa. I think it's a feather in his cap, you know, to be maintained.
Yeah.
But this thing about a presidential spokesperson, no, have you heard something like that?
Been himself after election, actually before the election, and now president, the way I know person in the second term.
Okay.
But Selemdi can do outcome of especially parliamentary election. A lot of the plans because, for example, they said. Even as a position as Minister of State, you know, there's another group of migrants say, see, now you need people to be in Parliament at all costs at all time. No, the position when I say on a number there's a big issue in Parliament. They need numbers. Now, what you can will do achieve? And how do you make sure say we'll have a very potent majority in Parliament? And a lot of Nipo person who are appointed to move to the presidency, you know. About it may not be people who are more seat or parliament. Because your point, I have a doubt about it. I know say communication information may become one.
Yeah, that's
one ministry.
We can confirm.
One ministry, and there's no denying the fact that the current communication minister may find herself in that same ministry again. Kojo has been a cabinet minister. You can't.
Bring him down.
Deputy minister there, and even Minister of State off. And in the last 4 years, one of the criticism was that in terms of having communication face for the presidency, now a bit challenging. You know him or in the Juma perfectly, but in terms of getting somebody to speak for the presidency, on a consistent basis,
Yeah.
Remember, say NDC time they even had weekly and a daily briefings at the Jubilee House. Now, so people can detach presidency from the government, and in terms of president, the Juma any other day. But in the last year, it wasn't so.
Okay.
I know that under the communication bureau, information minister sits at the top.
Yeah.
And people like even Eugene, all of them came under him.
Minister.
But in terms of working, they deliver on what is on paper. It was a challenge. Because of government and presidency issues. I mean, egos are playing in them and they make
it makes sense. I mean, that would mean say forming this government is a difficult
of course.
Because
a lot is going to
the numbers in parliament, it will affect how many ministers you can pick. Because the more you pick, the more you need numbers from parliament.
Of course, and also Chairman has made it clear, say, first time MPs you're almost and now going forward, they're very difficult decisions. And the constitution provision is clear. More than 50 must come from parliament.
50% should come from parliament.
Of course, but the Constitutional Review Commission, one of the recommendations was this. Unfortunately, the late Mills time now, more than white paper, they didn't accept it.
That's very bad.
Very, very bad.
I think
because people have argued that if you want Parliament, very effective.
Ignore them.
Take your minister somewhere. And now, our checks now, because then they will not have any allegiance to anybody.
Like happening in the US. It's this, system now, merge UK and US, and they create our problems.
Sure.
At the because the UK, secretaries and the ministers now are also MPs. In the UK, in the US, there's clear separation of powers. We are Congress person, you cannot be part of the executive. We would have to seriously look at that. And this current parliament, the biggest opportunity here to tweak the constitution. But man, after year the ministries are yet to say would be merged. Some of them that will be scrapped. Of course, to start with, information and communications will be merged. The last time that happened was under Mahama. You remember? And he merged communications and information. And Dr. Your friend is saying, Omanhene became minister. And only had 2 deputies, one in charge of info and one in charge of communications. And we are hearing say a similar thing might happen, now. Things will say the ministers of state at the presidency into business development. That ministry is going back to the trade ministry.
Right.
Special development. A lot to co-trade.
Special development.
Special development is so
local government.
Business development is going back under trade. Special development initiative is going back under trade. Which other ministry?
Procurement is gone.
And they're free hawker.
Aviation is going to ministry to transport.
Aviation back to transport. Yes. Aviation call back to transport. And which other ministry? Sanitation and water resources going back to the local government ministry. Which other ones? Okay, and I think so far this is what we've heard in terms of the alignment and but here some of the names are Oman pick it up.
Well, Obi, Mr. say it's a ton idea because Ghana was right card. I had an amount of attention.
Of course,
it did it and that Oshepa I did that idea. So nice, really. Oh, I see. But so we say every Abambia babyano multimedia or chefa.
Yeah, of course.
Abambia babyano. Indeed, Enyamo was Abawi. So multimedia Abambia. Whether NDC or MP. Abambia.
Multimedia.
Because the attitude is Ministry of Tourism, there will be a specific deputy minister in charge of creative arts.
And
a bit more about Fifia. Of course,
it's a tradition. Unless this particular buying person or free that tradition. It is said there every 4 years, all political parties are dependent, not even on electoral commission. but on multimedia.
On multimedia.
To do their projections and then see
Maybe I didn't know.
sanity.
Yeah.
So as it stands now, there,
that special deputy minister role in charge of creative arts. No, the name we've heard, Okreku Mante. That is, and he's done so well. He's done so well at the Creative Arts Council. In the Oman me pacho.
Okay.
Unim say yeah, kase na information eh dey. Basa.
It you because you boy sleep no more. I didn't feel one able.
Information
it's a quick one.
Mama me for we ntwem na fe. When you abotre the names not to ja amaye. Agbave Herbal Center, the Mona soap, any Mona cream, aba. Me pacho so person honam toso kama na body odor efri wo ho unwi nsu fu kama uhia Mona soap and a Mona cream. Agbave fever nenso se malaria hawa etu ase ma kama. Any wo agbave tonic na afi agbave balm. Me pacho tonic ne wo your bar o suffer from menstrual clotted blood flow, Flemish menses, black menses, piles, metre cocoa tonic no ebebo. Agbave balm nenso bodily pains, boils, metrem pompo, and a usisi na ya dislocation with the chiswa ebeko. Agbave Herbal Hospital, so why are fee and 0246 595256 or number and no. Obapa product and so bomode in a pebi Africa Queen Mackerel, Obapa sardine, and a Obapa tomato paste. Nina unya bi wofia eboa ma aduane de papa enti wukodwa na watobia kogufie wo pedodo atu a 0302 668357. Me hear some segment nso Ecobank Ghana eboa ne de ebrel. Ecobank say omo de 30 for 30 loyalty promotion aba. Ecobank is 30 years, remember, and to mark this anniversary, they are rewarding 30 loyal customers for 30 days from the 30th of December and the 28th January and the deba awiye. If you tune in each day to Drive Time on Joy FM and correctly answer questions on the Ecobank mobile, on the GHQR, and on the history of Ecobank, you can be one of the lucky winners of 3,000 Ghana cedis every day. Every day will be a winning 3,000 cedis for the next 30 days. It's amazing. Ecobank at 30 is celebrating 30 years of financial innovation and banking excellence. Download the Ecobank mobile from your Google Play Store or the App Store. And remember to stay safe. Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank. Midway 21st Century Clinic. Omoye expert in sciatica. Na omo the herbal medicine and a machine and they treat sciatica. Obi bebusa say sciatica no then pains from your waist. If you waist, and under your buttocks into what through to the calf and your feet. In the free waist about twice kosi wonaya se special pain bi pa sofa saade ni bia enti either sciatica na sciatica sofa bia would wani kire 21st Century Clinic ombehwe kama omo 10 branches e wo Ghana ha na Accra ha ye wo Dome Market within the Heavy Do building. Kumasi so Anwea overseas opposite the Total filling station. Frey was 0540 311 311 0540 311 311. 21st Clinic na the sciatica expert. Enti yawa ewo usisi eba otwase ekosi wonaya se no se wo sa special pain na for any 21st Century Clinic na one won eni enkomo. Ekosiisen so ne higher sempa 94.7 FM. Oman some of the in a realignment, and information keeps trickling in. Said the American Special Development Ministry, man. I'm told say core under local government.
Special development.
Yes. Transport and railways. Transport and railways, man, will be merged. Fisheries going back under Agric Ministry. Regional reorganization is off, and also a year for what's that procurement, air corner, all the other ministries under the presidency, air corner. Water and sanitation, air bar under works and housing. And in the water and sanitation, air under works and housing, and a sanitation and casa air. Okay, in the water I call back to works and housing. Not sanitation I call back under local government. Zongo ministry, I'm told there will be an agency now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zongo Ministry, a agency. And those are some of the information. Oman, afe you go through
Right,
the list.
Juma Widi, it is said yet. Obi straight. Yes, yeah. 2 ministries are question marks. Is here? I be see free muntem and no account. A finance ministry,
Finance.
and a health ministry. It's a nice be
Okay.
clarity in your as we speak.
Of
now.
course.
And he very key.
Like I say, and yet Claire said
No.
the incumbents
No.
are coming back. And it's not clear.
And they set
Of
very
course.
set.
Okay.
It's true, and that's same information. As a matter of fact, before Oman Bekasano, say after election, Oman paying 2 coin.
Yeah.
Oko UK no.
Yes.
Minimum nipa bi mo omo so ni share o UK honoma omo twetwetwetwe nkomo. Na de menya film san nkomo twetwe mu kire say. That is even time we show Oman paying kwa na di nkomo no.
Yes.
Na nipa no mo ye adwuma in the last term. Ena nipa ohwe so no mo ye adwuma in the term ebebe no.
Yes.
As a time of ni share no nipa mi no bo mu dim say unless say san nkofo no ka say omunya adwuma bi mu aba mu no. Those are the only person you can say with certainty say omojuma dey sure. He mentioned trade and roads.
Exactly.
Now
Trade and roads.
Trade and roads.
In the meaning say Alan Tremantin is
Yeah,
staying.
in sanity.
Yeah.
And Kofi Amoakwata.
As at that time.
And so is staying. Me offer.
Now going for natural obi aka bia adwuma na to nsoma afi ne ba be bit me ye free ma.
Oh, okay.
Enti
Okay, so
finance
finance is not certain.
And still, and you who
No, still in health.
and
Same.
yes, certain.
But anyway, Obi.
Meet you, pa.
Hey, Ejuma with the Hey. Well,
Yeah, but Manansana, no evaluation and monitoring. I hope say it's going. That ministry is off. Planning. All those are
going under Ministry of Finance.
going back under Ministry of Finance. Yes. Oman
Obi,
meet you.
Elton. Obi the Etienne.
Yes.
Bibia Sakre Moa. Defense.
Yeah.
Ojina di Ojina.
Dominic Nitiwo.
Yeah.
Maintaining that
Yeah,
position.
Bibia
Okay.
Sakre Moa. In fact, yes, Bibia almost a dandy.
Yeah.
Alan Chemati
Yeah, and
problem
yeah.
being.
President now to the Numutio.
Trade will be
Say,
any.
Omo the
Rose offer Bibia
Yeah.
any.
Omo car. Okay.
Transport and railways.
In fact, transport and aviation.
Aviation, sorry.
and
Transport and aviation.
Yeah, railways will still stand alone.
Ofresiama.
The current transport
Yeah,
minister
Oko.
still are maintaining.
Oko.
Okay.
Local government. They be bribeba hunya dambutra jinadi.
Okay.
It was just between Obiamwa,
Yeah.
Dambutre,
Yeah.
and era doctor engineer Nana Ata.
Yeah.
But we can say with certainty say
Dambutre Aje.
Dambutre.
And sanitation is going
Yeah,
back
Dambutre
to local government.
Oba Ministry Bakoya Kabuma, information and communication.
Communications.
A certain say
Yeah.
Yamame Eslusu or Satuasu.
Okay. Okay.
Foreign affairs. Kojodia Kopie or presidential spokesperson.
Yeah.
But surprisingly,
Nidin sign
he
with foreign
didn't
affairs.
Abepie or
And
foreign
not
affairs.
Kojo Opon Kroma.
Ojo Ponko was
Yeah.
making it.
But he will be a fantastic foreign affairs.
Well,
minister.
but you need me say
Okay.
Yakote.
Okay.
And Yahunu.
Okay.
Ya trick cartani be free as well. It is everything kind of dynamics. You keep changing every second. It changes second. Be also changing.
Of course.
You know, well, it changes second. It changes second.
Yeah.
Me say this should be able to say among us I say church on Japan. They kind defense. Dominic Nitiwo.
Yeah.
Alan Chemantin trade. Rose Amakwata.
Yeah.
Aviation and transport, Ufuria Siama, local government, Dambuche, health, any finance, challenge or
Question mark.
information and communication, Esra Usu.
And the ministry will be known as communications ministry.
Exactly.
By information will be under it. Yeah.
Interior, Brian Champo actually too.
Interior ministry.
Interior.
Brian Champo.
Yeah. Napo actually too energy, but still education. Tatan say, Ombra. Into Hema. Ono honkwano yesi dot me no actually say energy stroke
education. But from sources, it's likely he would be the next energy minister.
Well,
by education,
education so true. It is Ushema, maybe on energy and education. Amewu, as I try to lands and natural resources.
Come back to the ministry he came from. But that's also another good ministry. Huh?
Youth and sports. The longest serving sports minister
since 2000.
As I so put you in
Isaac Esiama.
Now you cry the Kaze, the road and Casagrano. You can say Pudia and Casagrano and Ka Abuano. Now will still there. As you can say, attention of the president. Very nice. I want to call a very nice ministry. Maybe I'm a catch.
Alaji Awal Mohammed.
Yeah. A Greek.
The president's friend.
The one. I don't know how to
the president's friend.
Hey. Oh my goodness. No, I'm paying to be trained.
The president's friend.
There's one this.
And then you can say something he will show this.
Aye, cratching. Aye.
Of any Billy. Of President Billy.
Of any Billy. The president's friend.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's too much.
Come say maybe I'll be a child. Program about one CDs agrada. No, cause hey, cratching. Hey. Don't you tell them to do that? Why? Creative ministry.
In their tourism and creative arts.
A branch in Ghana, a tourism authority. No? Kojo, is it Kojo?
Yeah, Bibi Biajaman.
Only the previous boss, Katrina Fiku.
Yeah.
And almost
environment. A Honda deputy, no,
yeah.
But Matthew Obuon so they.
Obuon so Obuon 2 deputies.
Yeah.
Into Obuo Anna Okekumante. Now, between Akwasi Ajiman and Katrina Fiku. Yeah. These are the 2 presidents creative material. And one was environment in
environment science.
Environment in a bio. Environment me who didn't me know her. Nimna for attachia ana area kukufu.
Okay.
Ana wabijina environment.
Oh, kukufu?
Yeah.
EPA kukufu.
Yeah, attachia ana kukufu.
Okay.
Ana about fisheries how kumsin. Ana abijina fisheries. Mami si should say health. Any it's kasemon to there. Sa clarity no. Ana oba president so medical culture director of communication still firmed until said the flag servers for bro for need say that dynamics keep changing at every second. Second we also change here because the micromate tikwa say chief of staff no kwa na ye kan no ampa na sa ye maame no mienu ana no ma be gina brane pa demo amambre ne hihye ne Ghana obitimi ti obi na so ma nyoma timi sisa ye ti obi na so ama bibia ya sa ko back to the original owner of the.
Of course.
Onassis Kobe
highly possible.
Yeah. Onassis Kobe said, why are the ministers all for people from Eastern region? Was it Dambochi, Opon Nkrumah, Kwesi Amoakwata, Brian Achampong, and Atachia? No, but the point is, these are just 5.
But
no 5 from the Eastern region.
No, but it's too early for us to do some of these.
Because when I just 18 or 16.
Your health, that's what I may monitor. You know, I may communicate. I may condition. I may monitor. My monitor half of that. Monitor for regional minister. Please.
That's what the regional minister. They will be
no, because make your it's guaranteed. Finito. Now, I will be named your baby. If you are Catabia, Director General, Chief Executive,
there's a regional balance here.
Oh, no, but that's just by the way. The Crown said, oh, my missus should be now. The flag servers were between
Jubilee House.
Jubilee House were between the Biano of Forsuba Usisu Dia catcher says, within the next second, the crown, a bit to me, but as it stands this afternoon, it didn't come away. Dominic Nitu, defense. Alan Kojo Chairman in trade A man with the normal reservations. Can I not draw a lot of power to vice president?
Yeah.
And share no so make cut a lot of.
See, I know. Neoma, go back to trade. Ne, your friend is saying, you can't.
Business development
Ministry go back under trade.
Yeah.
We are not very certain on 1D1F secretariat. No, of course, a secretariat which is under it's under trade ministry, right? Yeah, it's under the trade ministry. Special Development Initiatives Ministry.
Okay, so the 1D1F no.
Yeah.
But an office of the president.
And the office of the president
with the national.
Okay, and the national coordinator reported to who?
The office of the president.
The office of the president. Okay.
So, Mrs. finally answer. ABA the Juma Defense, Dominic Nitu, Alan Chermatin, Trade, Roads, Amwakwata, Aviation and Transport, Ofuria Siama.
And it will be known as the Transport Ministry,
which has all those. Local government, down Botry. Health, still not clear.
Not certain for now.
Fisheries, Howard Kumsin.
Yeah.
Information and communication, that's communication, but information.
Yeah.
Esla Osu, Foreign Affairs, Kojo Ponkoman will pure for now. Interior, Brian Echampo.
Yeah.
Napo, Energy Stroke Education.
Stroke National Security too.
Stroke National Security.
Yeah. Napo Niasi app for National Security. Yeah. In the Energy Education National Security. Yeah. One of them will go.
Amewu Lands and Natural Resources.
Yeah, he's going back to his ministry.
Awal Railway. Youth
Alhaji Awal.
Alhaji.
Yeah.
Fireman.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Currently Business Development Minister. I will call Railway Development.
Youth and Sports, Esiama.
Yeah.
Agric, the president's friend.
Akoto Efriye.
Finance, still not clear. Creative. Jackson boy.
Tourism and Creative.
Akwesi Ajiman. And then Catherine Afeku. And then the two deputies, Obo Okreku Manti. Environment, Atacha Kukufu. Anna, latest information in HSA. Yes, it is true. Mr. Zubim say a ma already in ba soropa. Yeah, ma member one in ba soropa for the chief of staff.
Yeah.
Oboshi Saikofi and Ayoko Bochi. But
still
just in no HSA said Julius for still Moya confirm say well anything can happen because who's a bizarre question say hey. Now the mamma no, no, two months. Now why not we? Is it one of them? Also, my question mark.
Yeah. Let's also say, sir, one thing a bit more confirm at least from the Elton Air Cano the number of ministers as you see about 125. That will not happen.
David. So better pa. I'm sure regional ministers go many deputies.
I have always advocated for that. The DC, MC, Metro, they are there. So
regional minister and deputy, they are quite.
And even with the mafia aspect, also our regional minister and deputy, we have focus. Total waste of energy. Occupying space. Money from my
budget.
It's a waste. I bet you use some more Juma for Amaga.
Yes. Into Omunya ministers now and regional ministers. Names be na names, and it's something we'll also have to look into. Regional ministers, from the western through to all the other regions. The issue of regional balance so Baby play key role. Into some regions man 40 winning seats would mean as far as regional balance is concerned, some of them would also have to be given positions and they are interesting.
News we don't deal with sensationalism and these are but say unti udia enye ye adwuma no
David
obi etia kasa nyina no tata from the right source. From the right source. We are certain. Say, Nyoma be head of Inabe.
Political Adom FM. Ampo for J.
It's a Bobo Jacoba. Or you pay back one. The mechanism. Media may be subject to Nipa as I maintain your to scrutiny.
To scrutiny, of course.
That's the most important thing to me. Nipa no about the issue for me. But said that Anaka will say, I am going to work
competent and good people.
That's the most important thing.
competent and good people.
That's the most important thing.
Oman, my information.
Yeah.
Make more information. Inti, unim say now your national council meeting course.
Yeah. Yeah.
National council.
Alisa. Yeah.
National council. And unim say everybody who matter in the party co meeting.
Yeah.
Good. I'm told, sir, way from President Anka say num.
Okay.
All ministers elusu or more parliamentary seats are out automatically.
Maybe train.
Inti.
But when the never speaking about it on the Kazakh. Maybe train.
Inti. We a minister. Now we lose a parliamentary seat. You are out.
Of course.
And the deputy minister or substantive minister, you are out. Apart from some very few ones. The maximum number of ministers are President Befa 80. 80. And this is what President Agazakache party in the top hierarchy.
Now, when you're ministers and deputy ministers,
absolutely,
all put together, 80.
Absolutely. Ministers and deputy ministers put together, 80 maximum.
So 45
from Parliament. And on your bar.
I'm saying that if you look at the last appointment, that's the 45-year cutoff.
Yeah, from Parliament. 80 maximum. And it's a Edino Eguso air, but one till Dia Sebi, and yeah, appointment. Maximum number of ministers the president will appoint, both substantive and deputies, 80. And it's been agreed, sir. Wow, we a minister, who lose a parliamentary seat, you are out. Odi automatic, Odi Emma Mobile. We a minister now lose a parliamentary seat. Konekoda. And no dear Udi Emma Mobile. Mamentia Yao Preco. So only Yao Preco.
Now the
Deputy Director of Communications MP.
President, we're careful about that, you know.
We
are minister or deputy.
Minister, now you're deputy minister, how you minister?
You know, now someone you want to pay.
Minister, someone you pay.
But someone catch them say,
but a few. Especially for the deputy minister.
Yeah, but Jojo Drew, the likes of Jojo Drew.
Jojo Drew,
the likes of Okoboy. Yeah. You know, sometimes we'll be, yes, you interest. Yeah. Wakadie, but you send when you need them Brazil. People they can tell you reasons why some of these things happen to them. So what I say, and even the president's statement, Brazil, it cannot be taken in a say, Sabi Kobaza. Nipoli be sure, yes, you are the brand of Makodin Komono. Over the Akosa, and it's like a repeating from every administration. Almost reasons that really at us. We cannot write them off. There will be a but he can be a national asset wherever Ghana places him.
And the names that pop up.
George Odro, Okoboy. You cannot say they Okoboy.
And as a matter of fact, George Odro is in Casa and yet Bonafide
MPP.
Okoji for Omasanjo Madi. And he said a Cabo. Cabo say, before election, I knew say Enkoye Mano. If he says the reasons on Nakasa Bay MP,
by
accident, Samson Abu, MPP, NDC candidate, Olusu primaries and also co-independent against Betizedin and a Cabo the firm. And it's been MPP since 1992. And BBC are difficult to take it.
Of course, that's true. That's true. And that point should also be made. But at least what the information a core part of the top hierarchy at the last meeting is the maximum number of ministers, substantive and deputies, maybe 80. And that will include regional ministers, maybe
right
80. And oh yes,
regional ministers.
That's 125.
45.
125.
This guy probably I said me better than him. So regional minister. Oh, now don't kind of offensive. They're not to be cut any house there. It's really very bad. Very offensive.
Mama, we in champion fences say. Yeah, and then with names from ministers. Otsana, I was say CEOs and so.
Yeah, don't do Nabeko.
Masa, I was a baby now. CEOs of the state agencies and your deputies. I was a baby now because quality material baby. So I was
already Bimankasa Airco Parliament
in the vacancies. NPA. National Service Secretariat, and all of those.
Okay, we'll be a month for the final enough here in PJ. I would say, Nimdia for now, the name ban Albert Nasi.
Where your friend is saying, Samo, your Deputy Secretary, my NDC, or USA. Also, more ministers can come from Eastern region because it's the only region with multiple tribes. Look into that. And also, yeah, very important.
But Captain said region. It didn't talk about tribe.
Yeah.
Shamuno or NDC ni no essentially. It was so to say now you 2 years I about regional balance. Who confess our dynamics we pay or best have a with the amount. It only in nest and US. It's your band or who did it as well. OBS should be a defense Dominic you.
Yes.
Trade Alan Chemantin. Roads Amakwata.
Yes.
Aviation and transport Ofuresiama. Damboche, local government. Fisheries, how Kumsin.
Yeah.
Communication.
That is, if fisheries will stand alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Communication, Eslo Usu. Foreign affairs, Kojo Ponkroma. Interior, Brian Echampo. Napo.
Yeah.
Energy, education, national security.
Any of them can go to him.
Ameu, lands and natural resources. Railway, Awal,
Yeah.
Alhaji.
Yeah.
Youth and sports, Esiama.
Isaac.
Agric, the president's friend. Finance, clarity, no clarity.
And my.
Creative arts, Jackson, Akosiajiman, Catherine Afeku. 2 deputies, Obuo and Mark Okreku.
Yeah.
The tradition continues to say every administration, multimedia ni whether NDC or MPP.
Yeah.
Every administration.
Yeah.
So we will urge this administration.
So the
Not
tradition
to go-
should continue.
Exactly.
And in this case, no, a Mark Okreku man.
And then
Right.
if you base it on what the president has said through a Jubilee House representative, I'll use good people and then
And
competent
people.
Please. The president should.
But before I before, let me say another key issue also. We now president second term now. Obviously, will leave a big legacy. Say, "Ajuma na ede na kuma so no eso." Big.
Yeah.
Here's the case. Plan any vision, no, obe roll out. Hopefully after Yadnisi Okunya, so maybe a few days we are be a Monday, you know.
Yeah.
They said in his first term,
Yeah.
we announced so cabinet positions,
First
you know.
batch of
Now
ministers.
we're more with the marching orders. But I can tell you for a fact that after 2021 going to 2022, no, some of them will begin to resign for their personal ambitions going forward.
Ambitions.
And 4 years we now that on my opinion, there's a lot at stake.
A lot will happen.
Carrying through
A
to
lot will
the last one Kasano power as president, you know.
lot will
In terms of your control of the party will begin to diminish a bit because people now begin to now align with what is coming up next. And there's a lot happening.
because of presidential ambition.
course.
Say Omu what presidential ambition. Some of them
Obviously
will
from-
resign.
They said a Akufo time no almost see for me.
And I see as who say list Gov'T di ma mu.
Oh, that's one the copy prison kasa do. Nchemezi, I'll go. 2024, I'll go. President Moko. Hey, how do you see a few ground me? Who know what do that? Moko. I don't
Interesting times ahead.
What draw a financial plan?
Oh, yes, we were problem.
How to draw a
Because we
financial
need
plan?
send him there no.
Okay.
Them can say, first speaker no,
Yeah.
man miss out with
Yeah.
you. Second one we I'll not miss out.
Yeah.
Because nipa bi di agro. Ne kwa na make catch on. Of course. Nipa bi di agro. Abrabo na ye bono. The spiritual aspect no so okoji grace, mercy and compassion we are. Bibia anywhere be free through to say mana. Abana be ma sa akwankyere.
So young Wajuma.
Eti physically no.
Yes.
Ye wa benfo ne animdiefo ho a on be ma akwankyere. Follow through. Now so who say onyame nim di odi ama no
Yeah.
ena mo bro no.
Yeah.
A combine
Yeah.
into this world 70% of the spiritual life is very important. 30 there. Onyame na masa ho odi nim di
Ahoɔden no.
no. Juji free omo na de kan ho a. If we call you a billionaire,
Yeah.
it is not because you are cars and a mansion.
Yeah.
It's because
Impact.
Who that
You are
impact?
touching lives.
Who that impact? With the work at touching lives, I'm Makai Zane. But they okay, all right.
But as your man Elton, yeah, that's it. Enti, Ora Paul Mante, aye crado, oye MD Emma EDC Investment Limited, a member of the EcoBank Group. Nah, he's a solid guy. And the Obabe Boye financial planning for the year 2021